If you're like me, if you're considering making a big decision that affects my family or my finances, I like to have everything planned out in my head before it happens. So I want to know what's going on in the front end. Do I have everything planned correctly there? Do I have everything planned correctly in the middle and at the end? How am I going to be feeling through each step? Well, selling a house is one of those big decisions. So I'm going to do a series, and by the way, my name is LeAnne Carswell. I own the Expert Real Estate Team. I've been a realtor and broker for 25 years. So I thought I would answer some questions that will hopefully help you if you're thinking about selling your home. Some of the questions we're going to be going over is, how do I sell my home? Do I do it myself? Do I hire a realtor? Do I sell it to an iBuyer? That's a whole new thing. What do I have to do to get the house ready to sell? Do I have to do any repairs? What should I ask for my home? What does the listing contract look like? What does the buyer contract look like? What are contingencies? Christmas is coming up. Should I put my home for sale during Christmas? So we've got a lot of questions that we'll unpack in this series, and I hope that you will find it beneficial. Thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of How to Sell Your Home series. In this episode, one question we're going to be answering is, what do I need to do to get my home ready for sale? So the first thing that I do when I go out to a home and I'm walking up to it is I'm looking at things that are going to keep the home from getting certain types of financing. So let's say you've got a brick ranch home that was built in 1970. I'm going to be walking up to your home looking at your soffit and your fascia to make sure they're in good condition. I'm going to be looking for peeling paint. So there's certain things like that that I'm going to be looking for because I want to make sure your buyer pool will be huge. So my goal is to educate you about all the financing that might or might not be available depending on the condition of the home. From there, we're going to discuss that in addition to ways and things you can or could not do, costs, things like that, that it may run you. But generally, sellers will sell a home in one of 3 ways. The first one is just plain old as is. That will tend to scare buyers and make them think something is wrong with the home, even if the home is in perfect tip-top shape. You know, the seller's sitting there thinking, well, I don't want them to make any more repairs. I put a ton of money into this house. The buyer sees as is, and they tend to think something's wrong with it. They're hiding something. There's something they don't want to do. So the second way, and generally you get pennies on the dollar with as-is sales because, you know, you tend to get investors, if you will. So the second way a homeowner will sell their home is clean, you know, most of the repairs done. They might not know every little thing. Fair price, put it on the market, get it sold. We'll have the inspection and see what the buyers, you know, ask for as far as repairs go. That's another way, and that's the way most homeowners do. Then you've got the third way. I call this the HGTV way of selling, and that's basically, you know, putting granite everywhere. I mean, having things pre-inspected, making sure you have no problems or you've addressed them up front. You can do a blend of a couple of these, but generally it's making sure that nothing needs to be done. So, and depending on your home, I mean, that could be several $1,000s. So that leads me into the cost versus value report. So this is something that's done every year. I think it's done by the Remodelers Association, but this is for the South Atlantic, and they go through different things. So a vinyl siding repair, a roofing repair, a minor kitchen remodel, a deck addition, and it'll tell you what cost you would get recouped. So for instance, a manufactured stone veneer, and this one surprises me, you recoup 95.6% of what you put into it. So I wouldn't have thought that, but you know, the numbers don't lie. A garage door replacement, 94.5% recoup value. So I mean, these would be some good things to consider. Get on down to replacing your roof with a metal roof. You only get back 61% of that. So that might not be the best place to put your money. So looking at something like this will help you make some decisions. Generally, the things that bring you 100 or 100+% of value back are, you know, just major cleaning, having the carpet cleaned, new carpet, paint, make sure things are nice and neutral. So that's where you'll get your biggest return on your money, is a little bit of sweat equity. So those are a couple of things. I hope it's helpful to you when you're thinking about selling, is to consider those things. Again, if you have questions, please email us, call us, private message us, whatever. And then also make sure you like and subscribe to us on YouTube, because we're always here to be a resource for you guys when you're thinking of buying or selling. Thanks so much.